On August 9, 2024, a local Brazilian airline, Voepass Flight 2283, was seen falling from the sky in a terrifying manner in various videos. The AR-72500, a Brazilian passenger aircraft, was en route from Cascavel to São Paulo but met with an accident just minutes before landing. The crash resulted in the deaths of 57 passengers and 4 crew members. This was not only Brazil's first major crash since 2011, but is also considered one of the deadliest in Brazilian aviation history. The video shows the plane falling freely like a cut kite from the sky. Following the release of the video, there has been a wave of fear among those in the aviation industry because under normal circumstances, no aircraft should ever fall freely. Planes are supposed to glide down. The authorities have launched an investigation into what might have caused the crash just minutes before it occurred. Voepass Flight is a local Brazilian airline covering mostly domestic destinations. They have 8 AR-72500 aircraft, one of which crashed on August 9th. The ATR-72 has 2 turboprop engines, and the number 72 in its name indicates its seating capacity. It was manufactured by ATR, a French-Italian aircraft manufacturer, and Airbus holds a 50% share in this company, sharing its technology with ATR. Flight 2283's AR-72500 was 14 years old, purchased by Voepass Flight from Indonesia's Pattaya Services in 2022. As mentioned earlier, this airline primarily operates local destinations. According to flight data records on August 9, 2024, at 9:06 a.m., the flight took off from São Paulo, with its destination being Cascavel, 700 km west. The trip proceeded smoothly, and it landed safely in Cascavel at 11:01 a.m. after a flight of 2 hours and 11 minutes. The flight was already running late and needed to return to São Paulo with passengers from Cascavel, so unloading and cleaning were done quickly. Just 41 minutes later, it took off again from Cascavel to return to São Paulo. The aircraft had a total of 57 passengers and 4 crew members, including 61-year-old Captain Ambet de Campos, 35-year-old First Officer Danilo Santos, and 2 female cabin crew members. From takeoff to the crash, what happened and what was visible on radar can be seen. At 11:58 a.m. local time, Flight 2283 took off from Cascavel, making a left turn and maintaining an altitude of 17,700 feet, known as cruising altitude. By 12:02 p.m., 23 minutes after takeoff, it had maintained an altitude of 17,700 feet. To avoid a large mountain range between Cascavel and São Paulo, the flight took a slight left turn and continued towards São Paulo. According to radar, the first hour and a half passed normally, with the plane's altitude around 17,700 feet and ground speed at 460 km/h. At 1:17 p.m., Flight 2283 made a sharp left turn towards Campinas, where it was supposed to approach for landing at São Paulo Airport. At 1:22 p.m., when the plane was over the southern part of Campinas, its ground speed dropped from 460 km/h to 159 km/h. The reason for this drop is still unknown, but a minute later, the pilot managed to bring the ground speed back to 400 km/h. At this point, the pilot had not informed ATC of any issues. This was the point where the plane was supposed to turn towards São Paulo Airport. Radar shows that the pilot began making a right turn, but just 13 seconds later the ground speed dropped again, and the vertical speed, the rate at which the plane climbs or descends, also decreased. Radar showed that the plane, which was flying at 17,700 feet, descended to 13,000 feet at a rate of 1,300 feet per minute. Within just 1 minute and 14 seconds, the plane descended straight to the ground, falling at a rate of 180 feet per second. The pilot likely didn't have enough time to notify ATC about the situation. There was only a 1.3 kilometer distance between the point where the vertical speed began to decrease and the point where the crash occurred. The exact cause of this sudden descent will be determined after the investigation. However, preliminary information suggests that the area where the crash happened had a forecast of ice accumulation between 12,000 and 21,000 feet, which is known as significant meteorological information. If ice begins to form on the plane's wings, it can be very dangerous because it changes the aircraft's aerodynamics, reducing lift. Additionally, ice can block the moving parts of the aircraft, such as the elevators and ailerons, preventing them from moving. Modern aircraft often have automatic heating systems to prevent ice formation, and some planes are treated with a special chemical to prevent ice buildup. The ATR-72500 is equipped with various de-icing systems, including pneumatic de-icing boots on the wings that remove ice periodically. It also has de-icing systems for the propellers, windshield, and engine. Despite these systems, if there is a forecast of ice, pilots usually avoid flying at altitudes or through areas where ice accumulation is expected. After the crash, the black box of Flight 2283 was recovered, and it is hoped that the real cause of the crash will be revealed in the coming months. For now, it remains a mystery how the plane fell straight from 17,700 feet to the ground. Thank you for your love and comments. See you in the next amazing video.